Oh, my goodness. For the first time since 1876, the Speaker of the House has been booted. That's right. Congressman Matt Gaetz of Florida, he followed through on his decision to get rid of Speaker Kevin McCarthy, saying he did not govern accordingly. 8 Republicans voted to oust McCarthy. So here's actually what happened. There initially was a vote to actually consider the resolution. Guess what? All Democrats voted for it. 11 Republicans voted for it as well. That's when it then led to an hour of floor debate as to whether or not to get rid of McCarthy. After that, then that was the vote. It was 216 to 206. 6 folks did not vote. And so as a result, McCarthy, the position has been vacated. He has been booted. He has served 263 days. Look, he can't blame anybody but himself. He's the one who cut the deal that allowed for even one Republican to move to vacate the position. He cut all those deals in order for him to get the Speaker's job. Speaker Pro Tem Patrick McHenry, if y'all want to see how frustrated my man was, watch this as he gavelled the House to close. Watch this.
Admitted by the Speaker, pursuant to the rule, acts as Speaker Pro Tem until the election of a new Speaker, and bestows the authorities of the office of Speaker upon the Speaker Pro Tem to the extent necessary and appropriate to that end. In the opinion of the Chair, prior to proceeding to the election of a Speaker, it would be prudent to first recess for the relative caucus and conferences to meet and discuss the path forward. Accordingly, pursuant to Clause 12A of Rule 1, the Chair declares the House in recess subject to the call of the Chair.
It was not happy at all. You know what? Come on, Patrick. Go ahead and show us that gavel again. Go ahead, show. Y'all, he was a little perturbed. Watch this.
Chair declares the House in recess subject to the call of the Chair.
I think he was a little upset by that. Again, look, Democrat Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries, he made it perfectly clear that they were not going to just stand there and play any of these little silly games with Republicans. And in fact, I saw one story the reporters were putting out there that said that you had some Republicans who were calling moderate Dems, begging them to vote with Republicans not to get rid of McCarthy. Why? You had Jeffries. He went on various media outlets talking about this here. In fact, this was him earlier today in the hallways of Congress, making it clear where him and the Democrats stood. Watch this.
This is a serious, solemn, and sober moment. House Democrats are going to continue to put people over politics and to fight to make life better for everyday Americans. From the very beginning, that has been our objective, and it will continue to be our sole focus, delivering for the American people. We encourage our Republican colleagues who claim to be more traditional to break from the extremists. In the chaos, in the dysfunction, in the extremism, we are ready, willing, and able to work together with our Republican colleagues, but it is on them to join us to move the Congress and the country forward. Thank you.
Kevin McCarthy going to be...
Let me remind everybody that it was Democrats who saved the butt of McCarthy by voting to fund the government. His Republicans, they failed on that. And what did McCarthy then do? McCarthy then decided the next day to go on Face the Nation with Margaret Brennan and actually trash the Democrats. Watch this.
Were you confident we wouldn't shut down?
I was confident I could get something on the floor to make sure the option that we would not.
But
that
you
our
weren't sure
military
it was going to pass.
Well, I wasn't sure it was going to pass. You want to know why? Because the Democrats tried to do everything they can not to let it pass. They did
Democrats were the ones who voted for this in a larger number than Republicans to keep the continuing resolution alive.
Did you watch the floor yesterday?
Oh, yes.
Okay,
90 Republicans voted against it.
Okay, so let's walk through what actually happened. First of all, the Democrats stood up and did dilatory actions, asked to adjourn. So was that supporting to adjourn? Then they used the magic minute. They went as far as pulling the fire alarm, not to try to get the bill to come up. Look, Democrats stick together, but they did not want the bill. They did not. They were willing to let government shut down for our military not to be paid. No, I wasn't. We're going to make sure we keep it open while we finish the job we're supposed to do.
Well, guess what? Today, this morning, in the Democratic caucus, when they played that video, they were like, you know what? We don't give a damn about Kevin McCarthy. I keep trying to explain to people that you can't sit here and trash the very folk who literally are saving your behind. These are the people who saved his butt. He could not get anything done. He couldn't get anything done by his own party. So therefore, he had to depend on Democrats to get it done. So what does he then do? He decides to go on national television, trash the Democrats, and they were like, "Nah, player, we good with that." So, you know what? What did Dion say? Dion said, "Give me my theme music." This is what it sounds like to the Democrats right here. This is what it sounds like.
Get a whoop that trick, 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 get a whoop.
That's what it sounded like right there. All right, let me bring in my panel. Mustafa Santiago Ali, former senior advisor for environmental justice at the EPA out of D.C. Joe Richardson, civil rights attorney out of L.A. Randy Bryant, DEI disruptor out of D.C. Hey, Mustafa, if you need me to save your ass, don't talk about me like a dog, or guess what? We're going to whoop that trick. And that trick right now is Kevin McCarthy.
Yeah, he definitely got pimped out. I mean, it's amazing.
They went and got the baby powder on his ass.
It slapped the hell out of him, but my auntie said if you play with the devil, eventually you're going to get burned. And that's exactly what happened to him. I mean, he created this situation, as you shared with folks. You know, the reality is there's nothing anyone in this country can do where 1,000% of people are going to be in support of. So for you to give the power to individuals that if just one person wants to get rid of you, then they have the ability to at least bring that up, shows that you're not very intelligent as a leader or as a speaker of the House. That's just dumb to begin with. You know, the other part of it is that not only has he continued to trash Democrats since he was elected after he got some assistance from folks, is that he continued to also make sure that no significant policies were being able to be passed, in some instances brought up for votes, and a number of other dynamics. So there was no reason for Democrats to come to his rescue, if you will, because they knew what was going to play out after they actually did that. So now he has to deal with the situation that he created. And of course, as I've said before, the Republican Party right now loves chaos. And because of chaotic situations, he found himself caught up in that.
Oh, my God. He found himself caught up in that. And Randy, the one that got me was, again, for the Republicans, calling the Democrats. I mean, literally, one story said they were begging them, please vote with us to keep McCarthy. And they were like, nope, come on.
Yeah, nah. And why?
They were like, nope, ain't doing it.
And why should they? I mean, white mediocrity is on display right here. And it is, if it weren't so serious, if this weren't our government, it would be funny. I mean, the man begged. I mean, how many votes did we have to do to get him in there? And then he didn't last, 200-something days, and he's out of there. And what's even crazier is that the person, Gates, who put up, that first started to kick him out, he's a fraud too. Haven't we found out that he's lied about half of his resume? I mean, The level of hot mess is just burning hot. It's lava hot with the Republicans right now.
I love it. And again, matter of fact, I saw this tweet from Ari Fleischer where, let me see if I can find it. Hold on. I got it, y'all. I saw this tweet, and he literally was trying to blame Democrats for what happened. And I was like, Ari, matter of fact, here's the tweet right here. Unbelievable. The Democrats, with the help of Matt Gaetz and a handful of GOP members, just ousted the Republican Speaker of the House. What a mess. This is so foolish. Why would anyone want to be Speaker of the House? That's literally them trying to blame Democrats, Joe. And the Democrats, they like, nope, we ain't doing it.
No.
The Democrats saying, ain't gonna happen.
Or as one of the reverends would say that decided to grace us with a record, hell to the no. So the first thing I do is give a lot of credit to Hakeem Jeffries. The Democrats who disagree all the time stayed on the same page. Nancy Pelosi the other day said, you want to know what we ought to do? Follow the leader. What I love about Jeffries is Jeffries doesn't yell and scream. He doesn't whoop, and he doesn't hoop and holler. But he's focused, he's direct, and he's saying the same thing that he said the last 9 months, okay? So they're staying in place. They've done what it is that they needed to do. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, Kevin McCarthy cannot be taken at his word. So why would you save him when at the end of the day, even if you save him, that doesn't keep Matt Gaetz from continuing to bring that motion? Because Kevin McCarthy gave him the power to do it in the first place. But see, Kevin McCarthy never wanted to legislate. He wanted to be in power. That's why he would sell his soul to do it, including giving an opportunity to vote on removing him by just one person, which is fundamentally unstable.
Yep.
So that those that want to just burn the world, as bad as Republicans are, most of them didn't want to get rid of Kevin McCarthy. Okay, they have some problems. We all know there's some infighting, but there's 10 or 12 of them that wanted to get rid of McCarthy. Matt Gaetz, frankly, probably wants to change the discussion. I think there's a little bit more personal going on there because of the investigation. We can talk about some other time.
Well,
but there's a lot going on there. But I'm glad that Jeffries stayed. Yep. Jeffries, my friend Pete Aguilar, et cetera. And so now they're in a situation of their own making, and they got to figure out how to get out of it.
Well, again, they keep trying to sit here and blame the Democrats. No.
There's an old saying.
No.
There it is. There it is.
Hell to the no. Y'all can sit here and blame everybody else for y'all problems, but Bishop Bullwinkle said,
To the no.
Yes. There it is.
To the no.
Y'all can't do that. I got to go to the break.